This one's the left one for reference.
Yeah, I'll do middle on top is fine. Now we'll give
Middle on top.
Give me another riffle here.
And then before I deal out my hand, we got to see who goes first.
Correct.
So we said 2d6. I'll go ahead and roll mine out. 7.
All right, let me get mine. I rolled a 10.
All right, I'll be on the draw.
Yes, I will definitely be on the play. All right. There's my cut.
Let's do that one you put down last on top.
This one then, right?
Yes.
Okay, you got it. All right, you can see my deck.
Oh, I have managed to move the sideboard off the screen. Let's put it in
1,
that
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And good luck to you. Congratulations on making the finals. This is exciting.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll resolve mulligan in turn order.
Correct.
Which is maybe a hint on what I'm gonna do. I
am thinking that I will keep. Yeah, I will keep.
I am definitely gonna mull.
Okay.
So I had my one tap land and nothing else.
Gotcha. You sure you didn't want to keep that? That would have been great.
Well, I think, okay, so I had the one tap land and the one blue blast, so like it wasn't the worst possible hand, but I don't want to be 2 turns behind.
Right. Makes sense.
All right. Left, middle, right.
Middle on top.
Middle on top
is good. Yep.
That's slightly out of frame. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I am going to keep this. Just got to figure out what I'm putting back. I'll be putting that one back.
Okay.
I'm ready to go when you are.
All right. Like I said, good luck. Okay. Let's start things off with a mountain. Let's go ahead and tap said mountain for a Valdaran Epicure. It'll deal 1 to you, and I will create a blood token.
All right.
There's my blood token.
Make sure spell table is in focus so that this works. Cool.
1, 2, 3. I have 5 cards in hand, and I will pass turn to you.
Okay. I will draw. I will play a forest. I will tap it for a dork. I would like to cast Land Grant for its alternate cost. So I've got a Timberwatch Elf, an Elvish Vanguard, a Yspera Sentinel, and a Lead the Stampede. I'm going to grab one of my basic forests, put it to hand, but otherwise pass the turn, if you want to go ahead.
Okay. I will untap, I will upkeep, I will draw, and I will pick up my hand. Let's go ahead and play a mountain as land for turn.
Sure.
I'll bolt the dork. And I will move to combat and attack for 1.
18.
And I will say go.
Okay. I will untap and draw. Forest. Oh, this is tough. I guess you spare a Sentinel. Say go.
Sentinel is the 1/2.
It's a 1/2 reach, and then half of a Birchlore, but it has to tap itself.
End of turn, I'll bolt it.
Okay.
Move to my untap. Upkeep and draw for turn. Let's play an experimental synthesizer.
Sure.
I will exile to the synthesizer. Let's move to combat.
No effects. Take 1.
I'll Gal Blast you.
All right,
Just
so that's
2.
2,
Only
right?
2. Correct, only 2.
Okay. 15.
Let's go Mountain as land for turn. And I will pass turn.
Cards in hand?
2.
Two for a Vanguard. Say go.
And what does Vanguard do?
Whenever it's a 1/1, whenever an elf comes into play, put a +1/+1 counter on it.
Got it. 'Let's bolt that guy end of turn. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Let's just move to combat.
14.
And then let's go ahead and crack the synthesizer.
Sure.
Getting a samurai. Exiling to that. With an Epicure, I will play a Great Furnace as land, and I will also cast the Epicure, creating another blood token and dealing 1 to you. And I will say go.
How big is the samurai?
He's a 2/2.
Oh, that's huge.
And with vigilance.
Tangled Eyelet for turn. God, that really cuts down how much time I have. 2 for Well-Wisher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that'll be long for this world, but 3 cards in hand, say go.
Right, untap, upkeep, draw.
And that puts you at 2 cards, right?
Yes, it does. Let's go ahead and cast and kick a Goblin Bushwhacker.
Does that give him haste or just +1/+0 to the rest of the team?
Gives all my creatures haste until end of turn, and then +1/+0 to all creatures.
Oof.
And I will move to combat with everything.
All right, take 9.
That is correct. Take 9.
Go to 4.
Go ahead.
All right, I will untap. I will draw. Now I gotta think. Two. Elvish Vanguard. Green. Quirion Ranger.
Let me think about that for a second.
Sure. Is it on the stack?
I mean, the spell's on the stack, yes.
Okay.
Let me think. I'll bolt the Well-Wisher.
I'm definitely going to activate it. Gaining 2, going to 6. And then the bolt will resolve. Well-Wisher dies. Then Quirion comes in.
Mm-hmm.
ETB, put a counter on my Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
Activate Quirion to untap one of my guys to really just untap a forest, because I'll bounce it and replay it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm at 6. You have no cards in hand, but
That
2
is
blood
correct.
tokens. How the Bushwhacker? So I'm looking at 3/1/1s and a Vigilant 2/2.
That is correct.
Well, I'm not dead on board, so I will say go.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep and draw for turn. I'll play a Monastery Swiftspear, and I will move to combat and swing with everything.
Okay.
I mean, assuming
So-
you have no response to the Swiftspear.
No.
Okay.
All right, so 4 1 power and a 2/2. So if my best blocks would be eat a Swiftspear and trade, and then I would get 4 through going to 2. But I'd still have a 2/2 around. And there's no way for me to stay above 3. Okay. Vanguard in front of the Swiftspear.
Mm-hmm.
Ranger in front of the Goblin. And then let 4 come through.
Okay.
All right. Go to 2. Lose my Ranger.
And go ahead.
Okay. Well, fight your out. 3. Timberwatch Elf, trigger Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
Say go.
Untap. Upkeep and draw. Cast Swiftspear and attack with everything.
Yep. I don't think I got a way out. So my best would be the 3/3 Swift, or one of the 1/1s. Then I still got 2 going to 0.
Yep.
All right, game 2.
Whew.
Man, that I'd have gotten any more off that Well-Wisher. I mean, I was still super dead to any top deck burn spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're going.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure playing the Swiftspears was the best thing instead of trying to cycle them into some sort of damage, but worked out.
Yeah, with my pre-board, I don't think that there's much I could have done. So that was just as solid a play as anything else, I think.
Mm-hmm. And moving to sideboards.
this is one of those fun matchups where, okay, I know what I'm bringing in. How do I cut X cards?
Double check my sideboard count. 15. And I assume you'll be on the play.
Yes, I will absolutely be on the play. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, back to the side. Yeah. They weren't necessarily super relevant in the last match because of the way it all worked out, but still having those 2 blood tokens to cycle through is still pretty powerful. Advil and they each did a good bit of work, even though it didn't necessarily seem like it.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to shuffle my deck in a way that I don't see the bottom card. Can't find the right angle. I guess looking away. I guess if I'm looking away, the angle's correct.
I'll trust you. I believe you. I try to do the same thing. Like I'll look off to the side or whatever while I'm shuffling, but you don't see it. Middle on top is okay.
Middle on top?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I have one more smash, and then we'll give this guy a shuffle like that, and then we'll be ready. All right, similar style cut.
Yeah. Let's do that one that's like the most on the Triforce on top.
This guy?
I don't know. That one, yeah.
Okay. Do you not care what other order?
Nah.
Okay. All right, good luck to you in game 2.
You as well. I will be keeping my 7.
1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7. Thinking. Give me a second here.
You're good.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Forest, Mystic, go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. Mountain, Chain Lightning, or Mystic. Go ahead.
Untap and draw. Birchlore, say go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Chain Lightning or Birchlore. And go ahead.
Oh, are we both on one landers? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Okay. I'm not, but I'm almost sad. I got my least favorite forest.
Okay.
The only one that's still white border. Well, yeah. Priest. Say go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. Bolt your priest.
All right.
Go ahead.
Untap, draw. Okay. Now for a less ugly sun, I will be land granting to get a forest by revealing my hand, which is not the best.
So I see, what are the four
So I've
cards?
got Magnify, Spider Silk Armor, Well-Wisher, and a Birchlore Ranger.
Okay.
Forest to hand, forest for turn. 2, Well-Wisher, 1, Birchlore. 2 cards in hand, say go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw.
And then he bolts the Well-Wisher, and then I'm sad.
Well,
Or maybe the Birchlore.
experimental
Synthesizer.
synthesizer.
Okay.
Exile synth to the synth. Oh my goodness, go ahead. Synth is
Untap
permanently exiled.
and draw. 1 for Essence Warden, which does not trigger itself. It's probably better. I have enough. So 1, 2, green using Birchlore. Spider Silk Armor. So they are slightly bigger in the butt. And yeah, I don't think 1 life is worth it. I'll just say go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw.
I'm now understanding why you sat so long with your opening hand.
Yeah, I'm second guessing that, but that's okay.
That's fine. It just means game 3, I hope.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many cards do you have in hand? 1?
1, and you know what it is.
Yep. All right, so we'll tap the mountain. Not really a fan of this. Implement a combustion.
Okay, I do have to read that one real quick. Implement combustion. Sacrifice it to ping, and then graveyard draw. Okay.
Yep, and I will say go ahead.
End step, game 3. 23. Oh. Take my turn. I mean, I guess. Combat. In for 1.
Yeah.
19. Say go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll crack the implement and deal 1 to you.
All right, 22.
I will draw. There we go. That was the right decision.
Yeah, we're getting there.
4, 5, 6, 7. I think we'll play an Epicure and we'll deal 1 to you, and I'll create a blood token.
21.
And I will pass the turn.
That it entering triggers Essence Warden, so I actually am still at 22.
Okay.
And then end of turn, I'll activate Well Wisher to go to 25.
Okay.
Okay. 3 to lead the Stampede. Is it good?
Okay. Yeah, I'm tapped out.
Yeah, but you got Fire Blast. So I have to technically give you priority. I've got 3 hits, 2 whiffies. They are Priest, Intorn Elf, and Nettle Sentinel.
Okay.
I would like to generate 1 green for yeah, for Nettle Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to generate another green for a Findhorn Elves triggering Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
And those 2 both trigger Essence Warden, so I'll be at 27. And say go. With 3 cards in hand.
Untap, upkeep, draw. There's all the land. You have your Rapid Vigor is doing what now? No, it's not that. It's what's your guy's Spider Silk armor?
Gives my guys reach and +0/+1.
Got it.
You do also know I have a Magnify and Priest in hand with 1 unknown card.
Mm-hmm. Epicure, create a blood token.
Sure. You get a blood token.
Gain a life.
Yeah.
Let's do another one.
Sure.
Same thing. Swift Spear, you'll gain a life.
Yep. Going to 28.
Go ahead.
Okay. Good old-fashioned board stall. 1. Second Essence Warden, trigger first Essence Warden, 29. 2. For a Priest, trigger Wardens, 31. I will declare Nettle Sentinel as an attacker. It is currently a 2/3. Did my... no, okay.
No, I'm thinking.
I'm just making sure because my audio has cut out a few times.
I'll put all 4 on it.
Which is 1 Swift Spear and a bunch
3
of...
epicures, right? So it'll be, yeah, it's, yeah.
Okay. I would like to order Swift Spear first and then the epicures.
Okay.
Combat damage?
Mm-hmm.
Swift Spear down, Nettle down. 2 cards in hand, say go.
Untap. Upkeep and draw for turn. I'll pitch a Fire Blast to the blood token, to a blood token. So I'll tap a blood token, sack it, pitch a Fire Blast to it.
Sure.
I'll draw. Let's go ahead and play this Mountain as land for turn. I will say go.
Activate Well Wisher for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure.
37. Apparently, I keep track on paper, but I forgot to update spell table from my Well Wishers. And then move to my turn. Draw. Okay, well, that's progress. 3. Timberwatch. Trigger Essence Wardens.
Okay.
39. Still 2 cards in hand. I mean, I have... No, because I've got Timberwatch. I'll just pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. Reckless Impulse.
What does that do?
It lets me exile 2 cards, and I can play them up to the end of my next turn.
Okay.
I will exile Swift Spear, and I will exile a Kessig Flame Breather. I'll put those like this so I don't forget, if that's okay with you.
I'm fine with that.
Impulse is in the graveyard, but I'll put it over there like that.
I'll go ahead and tell you I didn't sideboard in cards that care about the graveyard.
Okay, well, I'm just like making sure, like, you know, for board state purposes or whatever.
I was just...
Yeah, let's go ahead and cast Kessig.
Okay, hang on. It just hits me. Okay. So, yep, resolves.
Right, go ahead.
ETB gain 2, 41. Run out of room on my paper. I will untap. I will... Oh. That's fine. If that missing that Well Wisher kills me, so be it. Tap 2 for an Elvish Vanguard.
Okay.
Now the thing is...
You gain your 2 off the Wardens.
Yes. 43. Move to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Swing with Findhorn Elves. End of sentence.
I'll throw an Epicure in front of it.
All right. I will activate Timberwatch, targeting my elves. Actually, no. No, I won't. Sorry. I forgot I had Spider Silk. I will not do that. I will just... No effects.
Okay.
All right, eats your 1/1.
Mhm.
A 1 damage marked on my elf, and say go.
Okay. Cards in
I'm
hand.
so used to being like, oh, I gotta pump. No, I don't.
Cards in hand.
2.
Got it. Okay. Untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. Hmm. Sorry, just thinking here.
You're good. This is a head scratcher.
I'll say go.
All right. End of turn. I will activate Well Wisher for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let me think about that for a hot second.
Sure.
Okay, that's fine. So much life.
It's so much life. I'm going to start swinging with these Essence Wardens just because I'm kind of sick of remembering my trigger. To my turn. Untap. Draw. Okay. 3. Stampede.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, no. I got 2 hits. They are Yaspera Sentinel and Nettle Sentinel.
Okay.
I will tap my priest for 1,000,000 to cast those 2 cards.
Okay.
And nothing else. That's 4 life off of my Wardens. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, combat. Oh, 2 triggers on my stupid. Is this a May or a must?
And also, I forgot this stuff. I'm going to clean this up, so I'm going to.
You're good.
Guys out.
I will move to combat. Essence Warden, this is a plural. Horn Elves, Elvish Vanguard, which is 3, 4. The others are 1, 2s.
I will throw a Epicure in front of your bigger guy, your biggest guy, right now.
Okay. Nothing else?
Nope, that's it.
I will attempt to pump the Findhorn Elf. Currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So 10, 11. So 12 gets through?
13.
13. Okay.
All right, got you at 6. And then I eat your Epicure.
Correct.
Nothing second main. Say go.
You have 2 cards in hand?
I do.
I'm going to go ahead and cycle the Chain Lightning to a blood token.
Okay.
At the end of your turn, I'll draw off of that. I will untap, upkeep, and draw. Play a mountain. Cast End the Festivities.
Which deals how much?
1 to each, deals 1 damage to each opponent, each creature, and planeswalker they control.
I take 1 damage marked on my creatures.
And you take another from the Kasig.
Right, forgot about the Kasig. So 53.
I'll cast Smash to Dust. Choosing the Smash to Dust deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. You'll take 1 from the Kasig.
I'll take the 1 from the Kasig and then respond using Birchlore to float a green. Magnify.
Okay.
So Magnify resolves. They all go up, and then they all go down.
Second Smash to
It was a
Dust.
green spell. Oh, sorry. It was a green spell, so it untapped Nettle Sentinel. But second response, float a blue Elemental Blast.
I think that's game 3.
That was my last card, so.
Jeez. Yeah.
You had 3 sweeps. I had 3 answers.
Mm-hmm. That was a lot of life.
It was so much life. There's that voice in the back of my head that I won't listen to saying, no, side them out. You don't need them. I will not listen.
I will definitely be on the play for this one.
Okay. I'm debating. Let's see.
It forced me to make some interesting decisions there that I don't know if I would have made otherwise.
What did the Spider Silk or?
Your board and other things. I had to figure out if I could board wipe you and then hope for the best. I think. So if there's anything I want to do differently.
So one more comes in.
Now, why couldn't Smash the Dust also target enchantments?
Because it's red. I mean, I know that's like a curt answer, but because it's red.
That makes sense.
I was for a second there sweating bullets because I had forgotten I had Spider Silk on the field at first, and I was like, oh god, he's got like 4 cards in hand, and he's just been sandbagging. I've only got 2.
You kept your elves at bay too at the beginning of the game.
I know that was that's because I was holding up the Birchlore and the instant speed interaction. So I was playing super cautious.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and forth a bunch of times. Should I be attacking? Should I be defending? I don't know, because we both kept 1 landers.
Which I think I drew 5 cards. I don't know. I'm sure the chat's all buzzing with.
I'm sure they know exactly how many cards we drew and when.
Right. I'm sure in my head that game was a lot closer than I thought, though.
Oh no, it definitely was. Had I not had the 3 answers, because you've got, I think, 7 wipes all I also know from my Lead the Stampedes, I sent 2 blasts and a Rapid Vigor to the bottom. So
nice.
That second one when I went, oh, it wasn't because I hit 2 creatures, it's because I was sending a blast and a wrap to the bottom.
Gotcha. Middle on top is still fine.
Okay. Okay, let me actually keep it in frame this time.
All right. I wonder how many people are like, no, don't cycle the Fire Blast. No, don't cycle the Chain Lightning. But I don't know. I needed to see more cards.
No, I think so. The only thing I may have done with them, I'm going to mulligan my first 7 and just go to 6, by the way. The only thing I might have done is try to kill the Birchlore, because then you'd be cutting me out of blue. But by the time you cycled the second one, I had the Euspera Sentinel, I think. So it wouldn't have been as... There is a reason that Birchlore is the preview card of my deck on the stream thing.
Right.
It's just that good, and it's so easily underestimated.
Mm-hmm. I got rid of him when you played him, what, turn 2?
You did, but I had another one. Which is the story of Elves, I guess. It also lets me do stupid things, like have a card that takes a white and a black pip, and only 4 islands in my deck.
Right. All right, here's my cut.
Let's do middle on top this time.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And good luck in game 3. Middle on top is still good.
All right. I mean, this is better than any 5.
I think that I'll be keeping my 7.
I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one I put back. All right. Ready when you are.
All right. This is for all the marbles, right?
Sure is.
All right. Good luck.
You too.
Mountain. Epicure.
Sure, I'm taking 1. Yep.
Create the blood token. Go ahead.
All right. Draw. My ugliest son. 2 Elves. Say go.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Move to combat.
Take one.
Bolt the bird.
Yeah.
Mountain is land. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Tangled Islet. And then who do I want to lead with? I guess, yeah. Birchlore. Get bolted at the end and say go.
Yeah, I will bolt it at turn with a blast.
Go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Just go ahead and play a mountain. Swing.
No effect. Take one.
Reckless Impulse.
Yep.
Exiling a smash and a mountain.
All right. Well, glad to know one of them.
And I will say go.
Untap. Draw. Forest. Which 3-drop? Stampede.
Okay.
Three hits. They are Timberwatch, Vanguard, Espera Sentinel.
Okay.
6 cards in hand, say go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Let's play the mountain.
Sure.
Let's cast an implement.
Yep.
Let's sacrifice the blood token, cycling a mountain.
Sure.
Draw.
Yep.
Sorry, this is the one that was on top. Getting a little too crazy over here. All right. Cast Epic here. You'll take one. I'll create a blood token.
16. Nope. You back?
I am.
Okay. So the last thing I remember was you cycled for something. Is he gone again? Okay. I hear you sniffing.
Okay.
All right. So oh my God. It's just teasing him. I know people complain that Elves is like playing solitaire, but I don't think this is what they meant.
All right. Is this good now?
I think so, but let's not jinx it.
Okay. So I went to my attack phase. This was out here. I was just cleaning up, but then you froze.
Okay.
So
So like I said, I think we're at moving to attackers. I'm not going to have any responses. I don't think I adjusted my life.
Right. So I'll attack.
I go to 15.
Right. And then I will move to end step, which reckless goes, or it was in the graveyard, but smashed to dust is exiled.
Woo! Okay.
I figured you're happy about that. All right.
A little bit.
Go
I
ahead.
go. It's why I didn't play any creatures last turn. I'm spoiled for choice. One for a Ysperis Sentinel. Did he freeze again, or are you just being still? He froze again. Or maybe I froze. That's still possible. Oh. Oh. Ah, I see. Okay, I'm here. You're here. Are we good to keep going?
Sounds like we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've drawn for turn. I put a Ysperis Sentinel on the stack.
I don't see all your lands. Okay, thank you. Oh, that's fine.
Okay. Second green. Quirion Ranger.
Also fine.
Activate Quirion Ranger targeting Ysperis Sentinel to bounce a forest.
Okay.
Play a forest.
Okay.
Say go.
End of turn, I will throw Implement of Combustion at you and draw a card.
At my face?
Yes, has to be.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, target.
Thank God.
So well, I'm targeting you. I could target myself, but why would I do that? All right.
Okay.
Draw off of the implement.
I guess I just assumed it could hit creatures.
Untap. Upkeep and draw. Synthesizer.
Yep.
Exile to the synthesizer.
Montagne.
Play
Is it play or
mountain.
cast? I guess it's play.
Right, I'll be playing the mountain. I will cycle a mountain to the blood token.
Sure. After that resolves, how many cards will you have in hand?
I will have 2 cards in hand when that resolves. Cards you have in hand.
5, and I believe you know 2 of them.
Okay. Swift Spear.
Sure.
Attack with Swift Spear.
No effects.
You'll be at 13.
Okay. Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. We'll untap and draw. I would like to float a green, use your spare Sentinel to generate an additional green, and then activate Query and targeting Sentinel, bouncing a forest as a cost.
Okay.
Playing the forest, using that to Elvish Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
2 more for a Well-Wisher. Is Well-Wisher good, or do you have a response?
Well-Wisher is fine.
Okay. ETB trigger Vanguard. Four cards in hand. Say go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll crack the synthesizer.
Sure.
Samurai. Exile to the synthesizer.
Good old Taylor herself.
I will attempt to chain lightning your Jaspera Sentinel.
I'm going to use it and Well-Wisher to generate 1 blue mana, but then let Chain resolve.
Okay. Prowess trigger.
Prowess resolves. And you have 1 card in hand, correct?
That is correct. And a Swift Spear that is exiled right now to the synthesizer.
Okay. That'll go away at the end of this turn, correct?
Correct, if I do not cast it.
Okay.
Move to combat.
Okay.
Your mana pool empties.
Correct.
Attack with everything.
So we have 1 slightly big Swift Spear and 2 1/1s.
That is correct. The Samurai came into play, so will not be attacking.
All right. I will declare the Vanguard as a blocker for 1 of the 1/1s.
Okay.
And then move to take 3.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Go to 10.
Second main. And the festivities.
Float a green from my untapped land. Magnify.
You'll take 1 though.
Yes, it deals 1 to me. Okay.
And I will say go.
Okay. I will draw. And you are Hellbent, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tap 2. No. I'm going to tap 3. Okay. I'm going to tap 2 forests, activate Well-Wisher for 3.
Okay.
Going to 12. I'm going to activate Quirion Ranger, bouncing a forest, untapping the Well-Wisher, play the forest, grab another green for a Timberwatch Elf, trigger Vanguard.
Okay.
Go. 3 cards in hand.
Right, untap. Upkeep and draw for turn. Sorry, the prowess trigger is gone. Go ahead.
End step, I would like to activate Well-Wisher.
Okay.
For 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd like to activate Quirion to untap it
Mm-hmm.
to get 4 more.
Okay.
and then continue moving to my turn.
Okay.
All right. I would like to cast Land Grant for its alternate cost of revealing my hand. I have Meet in a Tavern. Priest of Titanium. Yeah.
You Quarianed Force back to your hand at the end of turn, correct?
I did. I have played it for this turn.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that. Okay. No, you're good.
You're good.
Okay.
And then the third one is a Timberwatch Elf.
Okay.
I floated a blue just to mess with you. I will get a forest, which will stay in my hand. It's a shame because it could really use one more mana. But I think going back to 20 life was probably correct, and just taverning a turn later. Anyway, I will tap 2 for my priest.
Okay.
Trigger Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
And say go.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw for turn.
Probably moved off again.
Go ahead.
End step, Well Wisher for 5.
Mm-hmm.
Untap. Draw. Okay. I will play the forest that you didn't know was in my hand. Priest for 5.
Mm-hmm.
4 of it to meet in a tavern, choosing the lead the Stampede mode.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Yeah, 5. 1, 2. Again, 2 hits. Sending cards I'd rather have bound to the bottom. They are a Nettle Sentinel and a second Priest.
Okay.
I will use that floating 1 just for a Nettle Sentinel, ETB, trigger, Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
Combat. 5/5.
Block with a 1/1.
Sure. Nothing second main. 3 cards in hand. Say go.
Untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. That's Reckless Impulse.
Sure.
Exiling a Kessig and a Bolt.
Now you're at a decision tree.
Mm-hmm.
Any cards in hand too?
I have 2, yes. 2 cards in hand. So much mana, so much life.
That is the thing with Elves.
Kessig
Good.
and say go.
End of turn, Well-Wisher, 4/6.
Mhm.
31. Take my turn. I mean, it's a body. Forest for turn. You're keeping track. I've passed the half mark. 3. Yeah. For second Timber Watch.
Okay.
Trigger Vanguard. Move to combat.
Mhm.
6/6.
Block with the 2/2.
Sure. 2 damage marked. Second main, no effects. Move to end.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. Let's go Swift Spear.
Sure.
Bolt your Well-Wisher.
I will attempt to protect it with this Timber Watch activation.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You'll take
Buffed,
one from the
bolted.
you'll take one from the Kessig, and I'll get 2 Prowess triggers.
Yep. I'll just note that it's got 3 damage marked on it.
Go ahead.
Okay. End of turn, I would like to activate Well-Wisher for 7. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mhm.
37. Damage clears. Untap. Draw. Okay. 1 mana. Quirion Ranger.
Mhm.
Trigger Vanguard. And I'm just going to float 3 mana for second Priest
Mhm.
and Birchlore, which empties my hand. That's 2 triggers for Vanguard.
Okay.
All right. I I need to check your board, your list, because I don't think you have instant speed max wipe. So I'd have to be looking at targeted. The worst possible case is you have double lava dart, I think. Let's see, because end is a sorcery, and Ash is a sorcery. Okay. Combat. Quirion, Vanguard, the non-sick priest, and the sentinel coming in.
So we'll block Vanguard with a Swift Spear. We'll block Quirion Ranger with the other Swift Spear. And then we'll block Nettle Sentinel with the Kessig.
And the Kessig, is it a 2-1 or a 1-3?
Is a 1-3.
Okay. So before damage, I would like to activate Birchlore to save my Quirion Ranger. Well, to give it plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So to make it a 10-10.
Okay. That's fine.
And then no further effects before combat damage.
Okay.
So I've got 1 coming through, 1 bounce, and 2 eats.
Right, so I'm at 19.
Yep. No cards in hand. Second main, activate a Quirion Ranger to bounce a forest to untap the tapped Timberwatch Elf.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I played a land, but say go. 1 card in hand, you know what it is.
Right. At the end of turn, I'll sack 2 mountains and I'll blast a Quirion Ranger.
I'm assuming the one that it would kill.
Correct, yeah.
So I will Timberwatch to pump it.
Okay.
And then continue passing priority.
Okay. I will untap. I'll go to my. Oh, you take 1 from the Kessig as well. I think we may have forgotten another one, but I'm sure it's probably not going to matter. I will draw. Let's go ahead and cast an implement.
Yep.
Sacrifice the implement. Oh, so you take 1 from the Kessig. Do you take 1 from Kessig? Right, because it's non-creature. And then I'll draw.
37.
Draw the implement.
37 to 34.
Let's Fire Blast that Quirion Ranger.
Other Timberwatch Elf to save it.
Take 1 from the Kessig.
Yep.
And I will say go.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gain 10 off Well Wisher.
Mm-hmm.
And untap. Cool. Combat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think this Nettle Sentinel actually is still tapped. Because I've not cast a green spell. I'm swinging with everything that's name is not Timberwatch Elf. Which is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1/1s and a bigger than a 1/1.
I'll put the Kessig in front of your 9/9.
All right. I will activate Timberwatch to pump Quirion Ranger.
Yep.
I will activate second Timberwatch to pump different Quirion Ranger.
You got it.
Good game.
Congratulations. Yeah, I had a mountain left in hand.
My other card was a forest.
Oh gosh, so that smash to dust really going to exile was brutal.
Yeah, I think that probably would have done it because I had the one magnify, but I didn't have a second one. I never found a second answer. So had it not been exiled, you would have definitely gotten me. All right, let me.
Good match. Congratulations, man. That was fun.
Thank you. It was, and it was a nail biter the whole time.
Good to hear it. Yeah, good to hear it. It was fun.
Yeah, one of those things. It often looks like elves are in the driver's seat. It never feels like you are.
No, you got Elves is very explosive, and yeah. For all my board wipes, I saw in game 2 a bunch of them, but yeah, no, it was good. It was fun. Good games, good tournament. Congratulations again. Well deserved.
If you don't mind me asking, what did you end up siding in and out? If you remember.
Yeah, no, of course. I brought an End of Festivities, Smash to Dust, the Kessigs, and then when I boarded out, because you're a very go-wide deck, I took out Kuldotha Rebirths, took out Goblin Grenades, because those are pretty much, no bueno without the Goblins, took out the Bushwhacker and the Impulse. One Impulse. So I figured I got to get board wipes. I probably should have mulliganed or did something a little bit different, but I liked my hand on games 2 and game 3. You said you had the answers in game 2, and then game 3 I just couldn't draw an answer. So happens. But yeah, you played well. Like you definitely played well and well deserved.
Thank you. Let's see. I brought in my 3 blue blasts. That was snap decision.
Right.
I brought in Spider Silk, which we saw in game 2. It ended up being relevant, not the reach, but the survive a wipe.
Right.
Brought in Soul Sister, Essence Warden.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I ended up citing out because I wanted to lower my curve, were my Lissalanas and Harsh Sustenance, because that's not really a matchup where I can reliably count on having 4 colors of mana. Didn't bring in the scatters or the. So I thought about bringing in the Nature's Claim, but then thought, no, that's stupid. Because for some reason, I never remember how Synthesizer works. I always expect you have to use its ability, but it is just if it leaves play.
Right.
Which also means the Masked Vandals weren't great, but like they've got 3 toughness. So it was like, in the off chance I can eat a land, it's pretty good, but mostly just to have a resilient.
Mm-hmm.
And then the stack is the rest of my sideboard. Claim, Macabre, Silence, and Scatter Shots.
That was
14. And I brought in a Rapid Vigor because that seems pretty self-explanatory.
right, definitely.
But no, good game. Like I said, I was sweating the whole time.
No, it was fun. It was definitely good. Looking forward to reading the chat. That's for sure. See what everybody was thinking.
I can't wait for someone to critique my play or point out that I missed a Nettle Sentinel trigger. Happens every time.
Right. Good match. That was fun. I really enjoyed it. I really did.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
Yes. Oh, same thing.
All right. Well, I'll head out of here. I'm sure we'll want to wrap up with us. So
Yeah,
see ya.
perfect. All right. Thank you.